put it in. Last line. He has to be there. Outlet run out behind the back. Dunk by Paul George.
Herman, he just took it right away from Vucevic. Here's a 2-on-1.
Yep. Because you hand Oladipo back.
Counter right to Paul George. We'll go get a little showtime.
Oh, that could be the one.
Good little showtime.
It's not a 360 windmill.
Inside. From Hill.
Enough to pull that one off.
There you go. We had to go in there with some real
Has an injury.
Defense. That ball makes a great play again.
Yes.
We're going to put a left on that one.
At 29%. Here's PG.
It's one on the left.
Number against Dallas, and here's a steal. PG is going to take it and pound it home.
There is refocus.
He goes to Charlotte. Adrian takes the number. Charge on a flush. Giannis tried to stay with it. Man, Paul George on the alley-oop. Check in.
Alley-oop.
That one. And one. That was going with you. You got a mismatch.
Good. George is going to get the freebie. It's a tough time for his first turnover.
Over that time, though. Stevenson behind the back, and George with the finish.
And Harden tried to take a foul.
Transition. George blows by his man, takes it strong, and throws it down.
Football players laying down when they're tired.
Something happening here.
Paul George all the way in.
The second he gets on his heels, Roy Hibbert gets to steal the outlet pass to Paul George. The defense goes by. And an easy two.
Boozer had it knocked away again. Poked away by George. George will run and dump the ball.
Defense, George.
Yeah, that was terrific. George is my goodness.
George on a nice play for Indiana's got nothing from its bench. George stays on the floor and give him away for two. George, step up, George. George, how do you do?
Hawks at 55% and Paul the steal. And just puts it down.
Which is all you need to do. Double Durant strip to Stevenson, and George will have it all to himself. Jesus to be through with a 6-0 run.
Now Paul George.
Right through the lane. Very good read.
George got hit in the face, but it doesn't matter.
Wait, you know what? Remember what we talked about?
Paul George to the rim.
Get there quick, Paul.
Orlando Johnson and an easy dunk for Paul George. With the steal, Josh Smith with a block from behind, but George gets it back and jams it.
A lob to George, and the Pistons didn't see it. It's better than 17. Goes to 8. Takes it right to the rim. Paul George.
A little like left. It's a lot more aggressive. Paul George, he must have got pushed. There's no way he dunks and falls down like that.
And then George with the jam. A horrible lip turnover.
Up to George. Easy two.
I said, oh no, but he doesn't have much confidence.
George, he's off and running. And hammers it.
He slams it. Gets this crowd.
Paul George with the throwdown.
And here's the alley-oop. Paul George throws it down.
Yes.
Broken up by George. Took it all the way.
He couldn't even try block that shot.
Alley-oop. Throws it down.
David West gets this.
Hill cutting PG.
Great anticipation of the overplay by Batum. Solid play, didn't have to jump. Lillard was on his way down, so Roy Hibbert open. As they back screen.
George, Indiana running up the front court. Look what George just did. His athleticism, he's so long and athletic. It's off the chart. I'm telling you, this guy's an elite guy with a left hand. Could it be that he's coming in pressure?
What a dunk by Paul George.
It really was. It kind of surprised Danny Green.
And Paul George got it right to the basket.
That's what happens when you're 6'9" and get on the offensive glass.
To the post. Paul George showing some moves at the rim. He down the other end. George on the front. I love that. Not only that, that was an excellent. Here's George. Oh, that was fun. The two-hand in reverse.
Steele, lead past George. Look out. Reverse jam. Paul George.
Oh, yes.
Over the top to PG from Stevenson. Paul George who throws it down.
It's not a good pass. That's a great pass.
Gets inside.
They just keep coming at you, keep coming at you, keep coming at you.
4 and 2. Backdoor cut. And Paul George with a slam dunk. Paul George. What a great cut with a slam dunk. George.
This is the play as well.
Here is PG. That has to feel good.
Well, it has to feel good.
Paul George gets in and dunks it.
And he's so good off the dribble.
Paul George all the way through and jams it. 28 points for Paul George. His teammates last year. Paul George got it, throws it down.
I mean, the screen was so good on the front side.
Here's Paul George with a dunk.
Well, the Pacers have got to really get that point shot out of that. And Paul George with the steal and a very solid pass there. Like George Hill, deep two zones connected. Paul George.
Isn't this how we ended the second quarter?
And here he goes.
Here we go.
PG
got?
puts on
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! PG!
That is the one.
That
There's
has to
no
be the
question.
one.
And we're tied at 95.